Welcome to Superstitions, Traditions, and Definitions. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Carol. How's it going?
It's good. It's good.
Good deal.
Good.
All
How
right.
are you?
Good. Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking.
Fantastic.
It's been a while since we've seen each other.
I know.
Like a whole week.
Yeah. Just a few days.
Yeah.
We saw each other on Tuesday.
Did we see each other on Tuesday?
Yeah, now it's Saturday.
This is Sunday. Is this not Sunday?
It is Sunday. For us.
For us, but this will
But
be
not for
on
them.
Saturday.
Yeah. For them, it's Saturday.
Oh, you're talking about Tuesday for Am I the Asshole?
And that's when we saw each other.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was like last Sunday when we recorded all this.
It's been a couple of Sundays because we got ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
We did.
Woo-woo.
We did good works.
At Trisha's house.
At Trisha's house.
With Stella barking at us.
That's right.
Right on.
We sometimes forget to stay in our designated area.
Or we don't leave it, and she just knows we're still there.
I know. She has to go check.
That fierce little dog.
I know it.
Bark, bark.
Very protective.
She is. Anyway, what are we doing today?
Anyway, today we are doing Am I the Asshole? Historical Edition.
Yay!
So,
what'd you find?
I found good stuff.
I bet.
I found good stuff.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. Am I the asshole for perfecting a new technique to treat mental illness that did not involve surgeons, anesthesia, or operating rooms, and could be done quickly and efficiently by psychiatrists in their offices?
Probably not. Probably not the asshole if you got rid of electroshock therapy or did you develop electroshock therapy?
He did not develop electroshock therapy.
Let's hear it.
He did not get rid of it either.
Is this what I think it is?
It very well could be. Don't be cheating.
I didn't read ahead, but I know your twisted little mind. Okay, let's hear it.
My mind's twisted.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was a successful neurologist.
Mm-hmm.
I studied at Yale and the University of Pennsylvania Medical School.
Okay.
In 1924, I moved to Washington, D.C. and opened my practice. I was the first neurologist in the city. My work there prompted me to continue my education as I was moved by the pain and distress of the patients and wanted to understand and treat it in a more effective way.
Okay.
After earning my second doctorate, this time in neuropathology, I secured a position of head of neurology at George Washington University in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
I stumbled upon the work of Egas Moniz, who invented a surgery to cure severe mental illness.
Aha.
I was determined to make the procedure more accessible to those who needed it.
Okay.
I perfected his ludicotomy, creating the prefrontal lobotomy in 1936. By 1942, I had overseen my partner perform over 200 surgeries, always working to improve the procedure.
Lobotomy.
My surgical partner left our practice in 1950. He disagreed with my desire to perfect the lobotomy without having to do surgery. I found the perfect method, the transorbital lobotomy. If done right after electroconvulsive therapy, no anesthesia was needed. Accessing the brain through the eye socket meant no surgeon was needed either. I devised the tools to complete the procedure and took my practice on the road.
Yuck.
I visited mental institutions, performing my procedure and instructing the psychiatrist on how to perform it themselves. I did this work for nearly 40 years, 2,500 transorbital lobotomies.
Okay.
Most were successful. I only lost about 100 patients due to brain hemorrhaging.
Okay, that's bad.
I lobotomized children as young as 4, as well as adults. My final lobotomy was in 1967, shortly after my procedure was banned. We received lots of negative publicity after a rather famous and well-connected client.
Who was it?
Rosemary Kennedy.
Really?
Now, I don't know for sure if he himself
Mm-hmm.
did her procedure,
Okay.
but they used his method.
Okay.
And from that, she ended up severely mentally and physically disabled.
Right.
So,
Through the eye socket.
with an ice pick kind of thing, he called an orbitoclast and a mallet.
No. Oh. It, pass.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to pass on that. Yeah. That's horrible. That's not where I thought we were going.
Oh, where did you think we were
I'm
going?
not going to tell you because then you'll go there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because you probably will, and ick. That's so gross.
Walter J. Freeman.
What an idea. You know what? If we just
Shove an ice pick
do
up
us some
there,
surgery.
separate the frontal lobes. That's where the emotions are. People will stop
being emotional.
And wild. Control those wild women if we
Yuck.
break the connectors to the emotions.
I guess so. Maybe just pop your eyeball out and threaten you. Settle down, or else we're going to pop the other one out too. Mm-hmm. Does it have to be one eye? Can you pick which eye gets popped out?
I'm sure you can.
Do you think he gave them the option?
Possibly.
I don't think so.
We don't know.
I do. I'm going to say no, he didn't.
He did lose one patient.
Because they ran away?
No.
Scared?
Not the operating table, because he made sure this was not an operation. He wasn't a surgeon, so he could not do
right
the lobotomy that he perfected, that he created. He had to have his partner, who was a neurosurgeon. So they partnered together.
Why did the neurosurgeon partner with someone who was not a surgeon?
I don't know, but he came up with the surgery. The neurosurgeon did the surgeries.
Sounds
while he
like
oversaw.
Some hokey county fair stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mercy.
And then he wanted to be able to do it himself.
Did he go to medical school then?
He had already gone to medical school.
Well, did he become a surgeon?
No. That's why he
popped
the eye out method, so that it didn't require anesthesia, didn't require
Can you still
operating.
See out of this eye when they put it back in after they ice pick you?
I guess.
Ick.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah. It was a common, like, people loved it.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Until they didn't.
Yep.
And then it was banned.
Of course. Like it should have been.
I mean, you had to control those wild women somehow.
Take an ice pick to them.
You know these women were running wild.
I'm sure they were running wild back in the day.
Reading too many novels and stuff. Arguing with their husbands.
Yes. Not having dinner on the table by 5.
Yeah. Not marrying the people they were supposed to marry. Mom and dad had picked out for them.
I can't imagine why someone would turn that down. Yeah. Getting the vote. However, it was men who got us the vote. So we do need to remember such things.
We do.
Not all of them are bad.
No.
Just the ones that are bad are usually loud.
That is true.
Yes. Yes, like this. He probably shouted from the rooftops.
He traveled to 23 different states.
Oh, goodness.
And showed this
popping eyeballs out procedure. As he went.
Mm-hmm. One person died on the operating table.
That wasn't an operating table.
Right.
It's like a library table.
On the doctor's office's chair.
The dinner table.
Dinner table.
Why not?
Because he stopped mid-procedure for a photo op.
No. Do you forget where he was? What he was doing?
I guess he wanted a picture of the actual procedure. So while he's shoving ice picks in eyeballs.
How thoroughly unprofessional.
Yeah, he stopped unethical. To smile for the camera and then went back to his mallet and hit it too hard.
Is that what happened? Yuck. Ew.
He revolutionized
Yeah, I bet he did.
psychiatry.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how much easier those women were controlled?
Once you pop their eye out and split their brain in half, probably pretty freaking easy when they're dead.
Only 100 of them died.
Were they all women?
No.
No.
Did
they have emotional men that they had to take care of as well? Okay.
There were emotional men too.
Why were they emotional?
Actually, the one who died during the procedure because he stopped for a photo op was a man. I mean, this is the time when you read too many novels and you were crazy. You disagreed with your husband. Mental institutions.
I've already done that today, so I guess I'm nuts.
Luckily, you live in the now.
You're not going to take me to get my brain popped out.
You don't have to be committed to a mental institution.
Well, thank God.
Have electroconvulsion therapy.
No, I don't want any of that.
Seizures, because that's going to fix it.
No, I'm okay.
After a couple of seizures, you won't want to disagree with him no more.
No. I mean, is that why women were like poisoning their husbands and shit? If I disagree with him, they're going to go shock my brain. But if he dies
of natural causes, because this herb induced a heart attack,
semi-natural causes, I'm going to be okay. I mean, I get to keep my brain in one piece and my eyeball in my head.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm not advocating for it. Don't go poison anybody. But at the same time, you're like, well, do you not get to disagree with people?
No, at this time
you did
not. But you obeyed your parents until you were married, and then you obeyed your husband. I mean, if you look at, a woman couldn't even have a credit card or property in her own name without a man until the 60s and 70s. So
relatively new. 50 years. It is 50 years.
It is.
I'm not of the 60s, but you know.
I'm not either.
No, you're a tiny baby.
But it's like, for real, you did what you were told, and if you could find a way to not have to do what you were told.
Women did. Got out of it. Had their own money. Usually with their father's help. Not wanting them to be married off.
And if father didn't help.
Yeah. You were in trouble.
Garden you grew in the backyard sure did.
Exactly. So do we know what made him think popping somebody's eyeball out would be a good idea? I mean, then I understand it's not technically surgery, but at the same time, what would make you think it's a good idea? Hey, let's give this a shot. Did he try it on himself first?
No.
Of course not.
He was researching a new procedure that was being done in Europe by this Agus Moniz, who his procedure, he called it the leucotomy, which was similar to a lobotomy. He took corings out of the brain. Basically,
he took what out of the brain?
Corings. Basically, like how they drill into rock.
Oh, coring. I was like, what the hell's a coring in your? He took a sample.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I didn't know what a coring was. I'm like, is that like a cyst or?
No.
Now okay,
no, just like they do rock to date it.
And trees. Just
right through the middle. Take a little circular.
How'd that work?
Apparently, fairly well. Or at least they thought. So,
yuck.
He studied his method.
What did that tell them by taking a coring that is gray, that their cells, that it's squishy?
The problem.
How do you figure? Just take a chunk out?
I mean, a chunk of their brain was missing, so they were not as.
They were more docile. More docile, I suppose. Okay.
They were no longer as lively and argumentative, and they
of
had
course.
Problems forming their own thoughts.
You just hold up that coring tool, and you're like, you know what? If you don't shut up, I'm gonna take another section. Because you know what? Yuck. I mean, come on. Yeah. Not a fan.
So
not a fan of this dude.
Studied this procedure.
I think he is the asshole.
and came up with the frontal lobe lobotomy because he's like, you know, we don't need to go all the way through the brain when all the emotions are just right there on the forehead.
Emotional forehead. Go hit your head on the wall and reset.
Right. But no, don't worry about doing that. We've got this. We are going to remove your skull cap.
We're going to pop your eyeball out.
And sever some things in there. Pop it back on. Nope. And then he's like, but now I don't get to play.
Damn it.
So
I don't get a surge.
Right.
I'm not
and
a surgeon.
He wanted to, but he didn't want to have to like go to school. Mm-hmm. He's already been to 3 different schools, has 2 doctorate degrees.
Fabulous.
I don't want to have to go back again to learn how to cut people the right way.
Let's pop an eyeball.
That eyeball is awfully close to the frontal lobe.
Right.
I bet if I could just get in through there.
Let's give it a go.
I wouldn't have to cut you, and then it's not a surgery.
You know, your eyeball's in the way. Hindering my progress. Let's just get that thing out of the way. Right. That little marble.
So, you know, he made it work. Good for him.
Pop it out. Gross.
And between the frontal lobe lobotomy, which was the surgical procedure that his partner did, that he perfected.
Are these procedures that people wanted for themselves, or did somebody drag their wife in and say, here?
I don't think that there was a line at the door of women who wanted this done to themselves.
Probably not, but you said there were men in there too. So maybe men, yeah.
People. There wasn't a line at the door. People were walking in saying, you know what, I think would help me.
Help me out. Popping
Could
my eyeball out.
Could you do some severing up in there?
So people showed up with their patient and said, here.
People showed up with their spouse or their son or daughter or whatever and was like, he has too many of his own opinions. I need you to fix that for me. And they were like, I got you.
Right.
I got you.
There was no Ritalin. Let's just pop his eyeball out.
Right.
Fix that. Settle him down a little bit. Ew.
Yeah. So at first it was the surgical procedure, the frontal lobe lobotomy. And then he finally perfected doing it without calling it a surgery.
Right.
And his partner was mad about it. So I don't want to play anymore.
Okay. I'm going to take my scalpel and my ice pick and my mallet and I'm going to go home.
Exactly.
You get your own crap to do your own procedures.
So then his partner picked up his toys and left.
Yep. Had enough. Nope. Get out of my face.
He was like, yay, I get to do all this by myself now.
All that eye popping.
I'm going to take this show on the road.
And he did.
23 states.
So you said
2,500 procedures. Together with his partner, combined, he oversaw and or completed 4,000 in his 40 years of work.
Interesting.
4,000.
I can't even with that.
4,000 people and their brains all
cut
up. And
the brain surgery is one thing. I mean, yuck. And it sounds like it's completely unnecessary. All this, you know, experimental stuff, but
I guess you're not going to go sign up for one.
Not going to.
All right.
No. I wear glasses. They play with my eyeballs enough. My eyeballs won't even take contacts. I can't get them to stick. So I'm just glasses bound. But I bet I can pop my eyeball out and we could just like put that contact on and then slap it back in my head. Problem solved.
Exactly.
Marvelous.
We call the student.
Yes, let's sign up.
Okay.
You have to get it done too.
I can't have.
Too bad.
Because of the lining on my eye and the dry and the lupus and then that kind of stuff.
Nope.
No.
You were wearing them though. You can.
Was.
Hey, we don't have to tell doctor after he found out you're wearing contacts and you're not supposed to.
Now it is on the prescription.
I know. It's told on you. You can't even go elsewhere, can you?
No. Now it is
you're
on
branded.
The prescription.
Yep. Don't let her get contacts.
Rude.
So are you just blind?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't wear glasses at all?
I have some in my car.
That you won't wear? I've never seen a pair on your face.
Every once in a while when I'm driving, I do put them on.
When you can't see the cars anymore?
Yes,
Yeah,
when I
that's when
need
it's
to
dark. You need to turn your lights on.
when I need to like turn and stuff and
Mhm.
need to be able to
See the road.
yeah. If it's somewhere I don't know where I'm going and I'm just going by directions and address, I have to be able to
So
see
you
the
can see the
signs
address,
so I
right?
know what street to turn on.
I like my glasses, but I would like to be able to just, look like my regular self. This is it.
See, I want that all the time, and so
I do too.
I chose
I can't
blindness.
see it. I can't read that board. I can't read this on the paper in front of me.
Me either. It's all right. I don't need to see things far away.
Yeah, we do.
I'll see it when I get there.
Jesus Christ. There, I can see again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Me too. I can see it when I get there.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what's
You're
going on over there.
so blind. How did you write? Is that why you're all hunkered down when you're writing? Because you can't see it?
You worry about your own self.
What if we popped your eye out and put it back in? Maybe that would reset you.
If I could just like telescope it.
Yeah. Get you some glasses with the big thing on them. I can't.
I am not okay with this little dude.
No.
I am not okay with him at all.
No, experimental, and that's what it is, experimental. I mean, look at us go. Woo woo.
That's easier access.
It might be easier access, but it's just icky. Not medically sound, in my opinion. I mean, even if he didn't kill 4,000 people and he did this to 4,000 people and observed and whatever else he did, still, is it still done today?
No.
No,
it was banned.
No, of course it was. Because it should have been. Because it's a bad deal.
I mean, it only took 4,000 people, and who knows how many other that he had trained.
Do you think he only killed 100 people? Do you think that sounds kind of low to me? That may be all that he recorded.
Maybe all that. I mean, if he's hopping from state to state, if they don't die pretty quick, he ain't gonna know about it.
Of course not.
The 100 was all he heard about.
Yep. He probably just picked 100. It's like, oh, how many? Dollar bill. 100 even. We'll just call it that. But look at the masses I have helped. Now there's medication for that.
He tried to show proof that it was successful by before and after pictures.
Picture of, look, I'm smiling now. Look, I'm not crying anymore. Well, how do you take a before and after picture?
Of mental illness.
Exactly. I mean, if you don't have that crazed look in your eye anymore, maybe you're like, hey, I'm cured.
Yeah, that was how he measured
success. I don't feel nutsy anymore.
That was how he measured the success. Look at how subdued she looks.
Yes, look,
in this picture.
Seems very happy.
Don't you see that wild look in her eye?
It's not there anymore because I popped. There is no more wild look in her eye. I don't know how many times I've said that, but yuck.
Right? I want to know if he did Rosemary Kennedy's actual procedure or if, because I know it was his transorbital lobotomy that was done on her, and they could tell from the second that eyes picked.
She wasn't impaired when she was born, because I always thought she was.
No.
Okay.
Rosemary was very independent, very much her own person.
That was the problem.
That was the problem. She, I'll have to double check. I believe it was like promiscuity. She was out dating, and
lucky girl. And her family decided to have her fixed, and they fixed her the wrong way and completely changed everything about her. That's awful.
Yeah. So they described her as difficult to control and increasingly irritable.
Oh, aren't we all?
As an adult, as a young adult.
I'm pretty irritable.
I'll be glad you aren't in this time in the 40s. She was 23 years old.
Oh.
When they did the lobotomy, and it was, as soon as the ice pick was pulled out of her eye socket, knew they had failed miserably.
How? What happened? How'd they know?
It was real common. They had the people who this was done to had to learn to walk and eat and
Oh,
talk.
they had to start all over.
Start all over.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, so that was her. She couldn't function. I mean, just normal everyday
That's
things
horrible.
that people do. She could no longer do.
I hope people had a lot of guilt over what they did to her.
Me too.
They probably didn't.
So it was, and that was common with everybody who had this procedure. They had to relearn everything.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you can't go poking ice picks and brains and think people are going to be fine. You can't just
new and improved.
Yeah, just pull out the emotions.
That'd be nice, though, wouldn't it? I'd like that.
Dependence.
Well, not that. I mean, I'll keep that. But yeah. No, that is some crazy shit. I guess I didn't put it together that they would have to relearn everything. Did they know that when they started this surgery?
Not at first. I don't know when hers was done in relation to when it was to know.
Okay. You know, it's all, I don't know. I know I've been making a lot of jokes about it, but I'm making jokes because it's gross and I find it very wrong and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Popping your eyeball out to operate on your brain to make you behave. Popping your eyeball out, and I mean, that could be torture. You could be like, hey, okay, I'll be good now.
Right. No, it's just a sad deal.
It is a sad deal.
All right. Well, anyway, let us know
how you feel about the eyeball popping out.
Who's the asshole?
He is. Him and his ice pick.
And this ice pick.
You take that ice pick and stab him with it. That's
so
awful. That's
he
awful.
died from cancer. He died from. He had cancer and died in surgery for the cancer. So his fear of surgery was it bit
came
him.
Back and got him.
Mm-hmm.
Fitting.
Yeah, he was.
Not that I make cancer jokes because
Right. I don't know. It just, he was so determined to do this without it being a surgery, and then ends up dying in surgery. Kind of
interesting.
Was.
How about it?
No, you deserved that.
Yeah, a little bit. For all you put all those poor people through. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
All right. So let us know what you think. Is he the asshole? Do you want a lobotomy? I don't suggest it.
No. Say it with me now.
Poor choices were made.
Yes, they were. So, anyway, okay.
Come back and see us on Saturdays for Am I the Asshole? Yes. Historical Edition. And on Tuesdays for Superstitions.
And Thursday. We're going to have a Thursday.
We're going to have a Thursday.
We're interviewing again.
Yes.
Interviewing people.
Yay.
Authors, herbists, herbologists.
Lots of people.
All that stuff.
All the stuff.
Yes.
All the stuff. Small business owners.
Yes.
Good times coming.
We love stuff like that. All right. See us next time.
See us next time. She loves you.
I do.
I have a fondness.
She does.